Have you ever felt those jitters just before a job interview? Well, you're not alone. Interview fear is something that most of us deal with in our lives, right? But guess what? This fear can totally be conquered. 100% you can conquer this fear with full confidence and come out with flying colors out of any interview that you face in your lives, right? So imagine facing your interviews with full confidence, turning those nerves that are boiling inside, that are giving you that discomfort, that are making you nervous, that are shaking your confidence levels into something that will boost your career growth, right? So whether you are a job hunting pro, which means you have gone through a lot of interviews, you've changed a lot of jobs, but still somehow you feel that you're still not confident in terms of giving the interview, and you still feel nervous when you have to appear for an interview, right? Or you're just starting out, you've just finished your further studies or your graduation, and now you're ready to pick up a job and you're looking for a job, or you're still in your final year, or your final year of your further studies is going on, and very soon you're going to be looking out for a job for yourself as well. So stay tuned. I'm going to share with you some of the tips and tricks that you can use where your confidence level comes up and you're more prepared to face any kind of interview in your life, right? So from getting ready before the big day to actually staying calm and composed and relevant during the interview, I've got your backs. Yes, so let's get started with today's Thinking Out Loud Thursdays. Hello everyone, this is Sonia and you're with me, and we're having coffee on Thinking Out Loud Thursdays, right? But before we start, please hit the subscribe button if you've still not done so. So let's get started. Now, before I start, I've already done a video on, because I recently, just last month, I published my first book, which is Career Chaos and Coffee Stains. If you've still not got that copy, please go on Amazon, book your copy and get it. It's all about the chaos that is surrounding us in our work lives and how do we handle it. And it's also about a lot of mishaps which is relevant, like coffee stains, and how do we handle that. So it's a very fun-filled, lot of examples being given, and it's very relevant if you are already in your career, you're prospering, you are still figuring out how do I handle that situation, why do I keep getting a lot of coffee stains. So stay tuned. Please read the book and leave your reviews for me to know how you're finding my book, right? So let's get started with today's Thinking Out Loud Thursdays. So whenever we are looking to appear for an interview, of course, it's very, very normal to feel very nervous, feel very uncertain, because we're not sure what questions the interview will ask us. So we're like very nervous. Some people are even shaking. Some people get their stomachs growling all the time, right? Some people get a lot of butterflies. And when you're talking in the interview, you're basically fumbling, your words get mixed up, and then you come out of the interview and say, oh, I should have answered that question in a very different way. It's okay. Even the interviewers know that yes, you will be nervous or you can be nervous, and it's okay to be nervous when you're appearing for the interview, because the sky is not falling, right? So before the interview, so say for example, you have interview in 1 week, or maybe you just yesterday got a call and they said in 2 days is your interview. So it could be a short time span that is given to you to prepare for the interview, or you've got a longer duration of time. But whatever the scenario is, so what are you supposed to do before the interview? What is the preparation that you need to do before the interview so that you are relevant, you're calm, you're confident during the interview, right? So the first thing what you need to do is research about the company. Whichever company that has called you for an interview, you should know what is that company dealing with, what are the products and services, what are the kind of certifications the company's got, what are the awards the company's got. Has the company announced some new product lately in the market? There's some latest news in the market that has come up. So do your research, because then that will give you the confidence that okay, fine, I know little bit about the company now. You can't know everything about about the company, but yes, through their website, through going through the digital platforms, asking Google about all about that company, so you can know more about the company while going through all these documents that you can find online, and prepare yourself. It's not like you have to mug up, it's an exam that you're giving, but yes, just get to know that, okay, fine, how many employees are working, what products are they dealing in, which markets are they present currently. If you feel there are some challenges that the company is facing because you've gone through something and their recent product had some issues or challenges, and if you have any suggestions or you have your any thoughts, but very carefully look at those thoughts. You should not come across as very arrogant, right? You should only come across as a prepared person, candidate who knows about the company a bit, and that also shows that you're very curious to know about the company that you're wanting to join in. So please research about the company. Have they come into any recent news, any new products, any new services that they've launched, what is their mission, vision, where is the company planning to go in the next 5 years, 10 years, etc., right? So do your research. Number 2, what is the job description? You need to know what is the job description, because before the interview, the person would have shared with you a job description, right? What are you supposed to do in the company? What is expected out of you, right? So please go through the job description line by line, word by word, very carefully, so that you know what is the requirement and what is the expectation out of you, so that accordingly you can know, okay, fine, this is expected, fine, this is my strength, I will be able to handle it. This is something that I know, but I'm not very confident about it. So you can actually prepare yourself mentally for that, right? It will not come as like a shock on your face that, oh, they've asked me this question and I'm not prepared for it, right? So please go through your job description, because I've seen many people will just glance through the points. Okay, I know, okay, fine, I'll do it. And when the interview is going to ask you some questions, you're like, oh, okay, I didn't go through my job description. I wish I had gone through my job description, right? So don't repent later. Be prepared now. Go through your job description, right? Number 3, know your resume. You are preparing your resume or your curriculum vitae or your CV you're preparing. You should know what is there in your CV, and if you want to edit your CV in line with what is the job description, and you want to highlight some of your skills and your achievements, especially for this company, you can do that as well, right? So please know your resume. You should know what are your skills, what are your plus points, what are your weaknesses, and what are your achievements. So if you're just starting out your career, if you have achieved something as a landmark achievement which you did in your college, you got some certifications, you did some activities which were relevant to the company's job description that is being asked. You led a team of some students, did some exercise, you did some project which was appreciated by the college, etc. You can mention that as well, right? So and if you're already working, please highlight what your achievements are. So for example, you did some project where the revenue increased by say 15%. Please make a note of it and mention it during the interview on your achievement. So you need to know at least about yourself, about your work, about your achievements, about your skills, right? So please know your resume. Now, next point is create questions that you will ask the panel, because many times now, earlier I remember when I started out my career 27 years, 28 years ago, at that time only we were asked for questions. The candidates were never asked, okay, would you like to know anything about the company? But yes, the trend has changed now, and now even the interviewers are asking the candidates, would you like to know something from us, or would you like to ask us anything? At that time, you should not be like dumbfounded by saying that, oh, I wish I had prepared for those questions. So if you get a chance, please do prepare a list of questions, what could be relevant to the organization, or you could know, okay, fine, what are the next steps, how is my growth going to be aligned to the company, or something like, what can I see, how do I see myself in the years in the company, or you can know about the policies of the company. You can know about are there any other locations available, or is this the only location. So for example, you're applying for a job but you're very keen on going to Bangalore, and you're based maybe in Guwahati or Mumbai or wherever, but you're keen on a particular market. Then you can ask those questions that, is it that this location is only here, or maybe after 1 or 2 years, if there is any opening, will I be considered for moving to the other location. If you want to ask that question, please go ahead and ask, but don't ask very irrelevant questions. Like, just for the heck of it, don't ask questions. So I'm going to do this session, maybe one more session, I'll do it later, as to what are the type of questions you should ask and what are the type of questions you should avoid. Because if I include that in this video, then this video becomes too long, and I don't want to make it too boring for you. I want to stay relevant on how do you remove your jitters, those nervousness that you get during the interview, right? So please create a list of 2-3 questions, not like 10-12 questions, just 2-3 questions if asked. And if the interviewer is not asking you to say, okay fine, would you like to ask us anything, maybe after the interview you can say, sir, may I ask, I have some 1 or 2 questions that I wanted a little clarity on, so is it okay with your permission if I can ask? So of course the interviewer will then say, oh yes, you can certainly ask us something, because when you're asking questions, you are looking like somebody who is interested to join, and you are full of enthusiasm. You know that there are some things that you would like to align with the company in terms of its growth, in terms of the future, right? So please go ahead and create a list of 2-3 questions that you can ask, right? Next is, please dress appropriately. I've seen many people, either you overdo it. I've seen a lot of men, women, like boys, girls, both. Sometimes the boys will wear a jacket with tie which is not matching with the shirt. The shoes, they've forgotten to polish the shoes. The socks are of different colors. So please make sure that you dress appropriately. If you don't want to wear a tie, today it's not like a mandatory thing that for going for an interview all men are supposed to wear ties. Yes, you can wear a jacket, like you can wear a blazer, and you can wear a shirt with the buttons right till the top. Only the top button can be open, but not like, I've seen many guys opening like 2-3 buttons just for the fashion trend. You're not going for a fashion interview, right? So please make sure your buttons are right till only the top button is open. And if you can wear a tie, please wear a tie. If you're not wearing a tie, then please make sure you have a pocket square, right? Please put that, and have a handkerchief in your pocket, because if you're sweating or anything before the interview, then you're looking for tissues here and there. So if you have a hanky, you can just make sure that you've dabbed yourself and you're fresh in front of the audience or the panel that you're going for the interview with, right? And for ladies, please do not don't do over makeup your face, don't put too much makeup on your face, and don't put too much jewelry on yourself as well, right? So you're going there, please make sure that your face is clean. You put some eyeliner, you put a little bit of lipstick, and you're done, right? You can put like minimum, like you can put some nice earrings, but don't put like those hangy fancy which looks like you're going for a wedding, right? So put some nice small studs in your ears, and maybe you can wear one ring or something, or maybe one bangle. That's all right, but don't overdo in terms of your dress. Please dress appropriately, please dress professionally, right? You can wear a western attire, you can wear Indian attire, you can wear a sari. So but whatever you do, carry yourself with grace. So if you are not someone who can carry a sari, but you say, okay fine, it's my interview, let me wear a sari, but during the interview you're like just kind of conscious as to where your sari is only. So please wear something that you're comfortable in, and which will not distract you during the interview. That will make you confident during the interview, and then accordingly choose whatever that you want to wear one night before only. Don't get up in the morning and just look through your cupboard, what do I need to wear? Please make sure whatever you have to wear, prepare that, iron it, keep it, hang it, everything, do it a night before. Don't stress yourself unnecessarily on the morning when you have to leave for giving your interview, right? So do that. The next is reconfirm the details. So a day before that you're going for an interview, so check if there is any email that has come from the interviewer. Maybe they've changed the date, or they've changed the time, or they've changed the venue, etc. So make sure that you check your email if any latest mail has come from them, or you can simply just send an email to them reconfirming my interview for tomorrow at this date, this time, etc. So that shows that you are again very cautious. You're taking this interview very seriously, and the other person will also feel good about it, that yes, you're very concerned about what is going to happen tomorrow, and you're looking forward to meeting the panel tomorrow, right? So please reconfirm the details of date, time, venue, whether it is a virtual meeting or it's a one-on-one meeting, and this looks like that you're prepared for the interview, right? So these are few things that you should do before the interview. Now on the day of the interview, what are you supposed to do? So first thing, body language. You need to, so I've seen many people, they don't maintain eye contact with the panel. So please make sure that you have eye contact with the panel. So if there are 3-4 people sitting, whosoever is asking the question, you look at that person. Whosoever is asking you anything in the panel, please maintain an eye contact with them. And if you are answering the question, and if somebody is asked, don't just make eye contact with them. When you're replying, start with the person who's asked you with the eye contact, and then generally move your eyes to the other panel people as well. That shows that you're respecting them as well, right? So please make sure your body posture, you're sitting straight. You're not like bending down. You're not like with your hands on the table and like you're nervous, you're kind of tapping something. Don't keep tapping your feet all the time. That shows that you're nervous. Don't keep shaking your legs that you're nervous, etc. No, don't do all of that. Sit straight. With your hands, you can either clap your hands on your lap here, or you can even keep it on your table. But if the chair is pulled back, it's best that you can sit very comfortably with your hands however you want to keep your hand, but don't keep shaking your hands, because that shows that you're very, very nervous, right? So don't overdo things. Keep your body calm and straight, and maintain eye contact with people. Have a smile on your face, right? They're not going to eat you away, right? They're not going to scare you to death, right? So please carry a smile. When you're smiling, the panel also smiles at you, and looking at their smile, your nervousness, those jitters are just going to fly away, right? So please maintain a very friendly and a confident body posture all the time. नेक्स्ट इज एक्टिव लिसनिंग. हम लोगों को इतनी बात करने का शौक होता है कि सामने इंटरव्यूअर ने हमसे क्या क्वेश्चन पूछा है हम ठीक से सुनते नहीं और हम जवाब देना शुरू कर देते हैं, विच इज़ लाइक नॉट ऑन ट्रैक, राइट? सो प्लीज प्रैक्टिस एक्टिव लिसनिंग. लिसन टू what is the question that has been asked to you. So if you've not understood the question, you can say, sir, pardon me, if you can repeat your question. So let the person repeat that question. That does not give you a minus marks. That only says that you're very attentive and you've not understood the question, right? So please actively listen what is being asked, and then you need to answer questions. Answer the questions only to the point what is being asked. Don't start giving the background and the future and the present in such great detail. No, your interview is not going to be for the whole day. It's there for like 45 minutes or 1 hour or 2 hours maximum. उसके beyond नहीं है. So whatever question is being asked, stay relevant to that question itself. Don't start assuming, okay fine, should I add this, should I add that? No, what they are asking you, only reply to that. And if you want to say something more, you can say, with your permission, can I just elaborate on this more, if you feel you would want me to continue. And if they say yes, it's good, then you can continue, but always seek permission from them, right? So actively listen and answer the questions what are asked, not like assume in your mind and then go on saying things. And you can also follow a star method, which is like situation. You can give, so when you're answering questions, you can look at a situation and then answer the question, or you can mention a task, any task that you did, you can mention that task while answering a question, or any action that you took which resulted in some growth, something that you did during your previous company. So you can talk about some action that you took which resulted in something, or which is of course bringing us to the fourth, the star R is result. So if you've achieved some results like a 20% increase in sales because of your X strategy that you implemented, so please make sure, so you can note this star method. It's a good thing. You can either look at situation, you can look at a task, you can look at some action points, or you can look at some results that you have achieved, right? So but make sure that whatever that you're saying is concise and relevant, right? Next is maintain your enthusiasm, right? कभी कभी होता है कि हम इंटरव्यू के सामने जब जाते हैं, we are all very pepped up, क्योंकि एक्साइटमेंट है, तो जाते ही स्माइल भी बड़ी है, हम हैंडशेक भी कर रहे हैं, और उसके बाद हमारा फेस एक्सप्रेशन में स्माइल ही नहीं है. So please don't do that. If you are enthusiastic, that's a very positive sign. So make sure that your enthusiasm levels are constant throughout the interview. So once in a while, keep giving smiles to them. Have that spark in your eyes, right? Be attentive to what is being asked and then reply. So, but please be interested, because when you're enthusiastic, it shows that you are interested in the company, right? You're interested to join the company, right? So please make sure that you are enthusiastic, and also note some of your weaknesses as well. हम अपने बहुत फेवरेट्स हैं, हम अपने शाहरुख खान हैं, हम अपने सलमान खान हैं, बट जो भी है आपकी कोई ना कोई तो वीकनेस होगी ना. So please make sure before you go for the interview, if you're asked, okay fine, what are your weaknesses, you can't say I don't have any weakness, right? You have to say that, okay fine sir, I know I have few drawbacks. Then list down what are those drawbacks in a very positive way, and say that I'm working on it. I would love to improve those weaknesses and make it as my strength as well. So name those 2-3 weaknesses. It's not like कि एक बोल दिया और उसी को बोला कि बस मेरे में एक ही weakness है. No, nothing doing. That shows that you're very overconfident. You think too much that you are very good, but you don't have any drawbacks in you, right? So please list down 2 or 3 weaknesses that if asked, then you should mention these weaknesses as well, right? But in a very positive way, making it in a way that you're communicating to them that I have these weaknesses, but I'm working on those weaknesses, right? So do that. Next is, you need to close the interview also in a right manner, because if you're not going to be closing the interview in the right manner, that looks like you're in a hurry to leave. So when the interview is all over, just thank the panel, show your gratitude, that thank you so much for your time. I've really enjoyed this discussion that we've had, and I really look forward to working with you. And you should just say, what would be the next steps now. So they will tell you that, okay fine, within 2-3 days we will get back to you with the next steps. Or you could just ask for next steps and then firmly offer a handshake to them. And I've seen a lot of people, they have very sloppy handshakes, like पकड़ के मतलब वो it's just like कि finger touch हुआ और पीछे हाथ खींच लिया. No, have a very firm handshake, because your handshake also communicates that you are a very confident person, right? So please offer a handshake before you leave, have a smile, wish them a good day, and thank them for their time. Right? So that is all that you need to do during the interview, right? Now next is after the interview. Now interviews happen. अब after the interview क्या करें हम? Now after the interview, maybe within 24 hours, you should send them an email thanking them again. Thank you for your time, and I really look forward. I enjoyed every bit of the discussion that we have. It was pretty enlightening, and I would love to hear about the next steps. Have a great day करके a छोटा सा email, send it to them. It looks nice as a follow-up email to them, right? If email is not there, if they've been corresponding to you over WhatsApp, then you can send a similar WhatsApp message. Within 24 hours, you should send this message, because that also gives them a recall factor that, okay, fine, they've got in touch with me. They are really keen on joining our company, right? It doesn't look desperate. If you're thinking, ये desperate तो नहीं लगेगा that कि मुझे ये job इतनी चाहिए कि मैं मतलब literally कुछ भी करने को तैयार हो गया हूँ. नहीं. It doesn't look desperate. It looks very professional if you're going to be doing that, right? And also reflect upon. So after your interview goes, you should spend some time within those 24 hours, because everything that has happened is very fresh in your mind. So please start reflecting on what went well and what could be improved for the next interview. Right? So please always make a note of it, what you did well and what could have been improved for your next interview, right? And supposing you called, you know that, okay, fine, during the interview only they said, okay, fine, we will be scheduling the next interview now with you, and the dates will be communicated to you soon. So now you know that maybe you're shortlisted. So start preparing for your next round of interview. So it's not like कि एक interview हुआ और आपको job मिल गया. Every company has at least 2, 3, 5 rounds of interviews. पहले आपको maybe एक HR executive मिलेगा, फिर आपको HR manager मिलेगा, फिर आपको whom are you going to be reporting to you, that boss will meet you. So there are a lot of multiple rounds that are going to happen. So start preparing for your next round sooner itself, the moment you know about it. And also you should ask, am I expected to be prepared for something in that interview? Because if you ask that, which also shows that you are very keen to join the company, right? So be very positive, stay present, don't let your thoughts drift anywhere during the interview, be relevant there and then. Arrive early for the interview, don't arrive late, because when you arrive early, you have time to breathe, you have time to have a glass of water, go to the washroom, look at your face, and so that you're not very sweaty when you're entering the interview, right? So follow these things, and if you're already doing that, good. But if there is something that you feel that, you know, this is something new, I should follow it, great, please go ahead and do that. And I really hope that you guys flourish in your careers, right? So on that note, I'm going to end my Thinking Out Loud Thursdays. I hope you enjoyed this episode, right? But before you go, please follow and subscribe my channel, and do leave your comments as to how you found my video, right? And do grab a copy of Career Chaos and Coffee Stains. In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy my coffee. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.